Morning, even afternoon, Timthetatman. So we got a banger for you today, baby. So the other day, Warzone 2 was trending on Twitter, and essentially it was confirmed that a Warzone 2 is in development. I got online the next day thinking this was going to be pretty basic knowledge to everyone, but apparently a lot of people didn't hear about this. So here's kind of just my thoughts on Warzone 2, everything we know so far about it, and what I think could happen with it. Warzone 2 could be a really good thing for the community, and honestly something I think a lot of us could be excited for. So I talk about everything in here. We watched J-God's video a little bit as well because he's a lot better at explaining stuff than I am. Shout out to J-God. Essentially, here's everything that we know so far on Warzone 2 and what I'm expecting for it. And if you enjoyed this, drop a like, share it with a friend, hit the subscribe button if you've not yet. Most importantly, though, be sure to tell somebody you love them. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. There is a report that the next 3 Call of Duty games will be released on PlayStation as a part of the PlayStation Activision partnership. There is a new Modern Warfare game this year, a new Treyarch game next year, and then this was kind of the big news in my opinion. There was something called Warzone 2 in development. And just to kind of read this exact quote, it says that includes this year's Call of Duty, expected to be a new entry in a popular Modern Warfare sub-series being developed by Infinity Ward and following game, which is developed by Treyarch. The deal also includes a planned new iteration of Call of Duty Warzone, the lucrative free-to-play game that was released in 2020. So I immediately was like, okay, hang on a minute, because just so I'm right, Modern Warfare 2 comes out, is that this year? Modern Warfare MW2, that's this year, right? I'm gonna use chat here because I want to make sure I'm right, because basically I'm pretty sure Modern Warfare 2 is confirmed for this year. It's re-releasing or whatever. So Modern Warfare 2, the reason I was kind of immediately confused because I was like, wait a minute, bro, Modern Warfare 2, like what's going to happen with that? Like, is that still going to get integrated into Warzone? Because in my opinion, I don't know about you all, but I would love to see Modern Warfare 2 be integrated into Warzone. Do you all agree with me on that? I'm someone to say, throw it all in there, get it all in the, you know, bowl, and let's spice it up. You know what I mean? Give me an intervention, give me an ACR, give me those guns in Warzone. F it. I love the intervention, love it. So personally for me, I was really excited for Modern Warfare 2 because I played so much Modern Warfare 2 and all those guns and shit. I was really excited when I heard that that was gonna be integrated. So immediately I was like, well, wait a minute, what's gonna happen now with this Modern Warfare 2 thing? So I actually tweeted at Charlie Intel about that, and they basically confirmed, I don't know if it's a corporation or just one person, so I'll say they, but Charlie basically confirmed and said Modern Warfare 2 is still going to be integrated into the current Warzone, but essentially there is a new thing called Warzone 2. And I'm trying to find the exact tweet where Charlie Intel, sorry, kind of like goes on about it. There was one tweet, where is it? Warzone 2 will probably be a new updated application, graphics update, better next gen support, and more. And then basically Charlie Intel said you can't stay attached to the Modern Warfare 2019 forever with how clunky it's gotten, which I'm sure a lot of people will agree on that. FOV slider, dude. You guys, or everyone on console is going to be asking for an FOV slider until Warzone 2 comes out, bro. So basically Warzone 2 is I don't know about you all, but I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about a whole new Warzone. Like, I really enjoy the engine. I enjoy the guns. I enjoy the way don't get me wrong. There's things about Warzone and Caldera that I would like to change. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of scares me to think that we're going to kind of reset everything into a whole new Warzone. So it kind of, and to be honest with you, I don't know about you all, but I kind of like all the blueprints and stuff and all the guns and all the weapon skins and cosmetics that I have in Warzone. And it's like now with Warzone 2, and this is all kind of speculation right now, but I'm assuming, right, with Warzone 2, all those guns, you know, Damascus, Dark Matter, Time In, Atomic, all that's just gonna go away. That's my assumption because it's a whole new video game. So there's things about like that kind of make me like, I don't know if I'm really gonna enjoy that, but there's things that honestly excite me when I think about Warzone 2. I would like to think that basically they will look at what happened in Warzone, look at some of the decisions they made, and this is me being optimistic, and realize, oh, there's some stuff that we might be able to do a bit differently here. Maybe, and this is all hypothetical, of course, maybe on launch there's a ranked system. I think that that'd be a cool little feature, to be honest with you. That obviously there's hey Whips, do you see when it's speculated for Warzone 2, or chat, does anyone have the date when it's speculated for Warzone 2? I didn't see that on Charlie Intel. I think it was 2023, which is like next year we're talking here. Okay, so basically we have Warzone for like the rest of this year, and then I mean, next year, if I had to guess, probably mid to late 2023, we're going to have a new version and a new iteration of Warzone. Everyone's telling me to watch J-God. Guys, I can't just go watch J-God because, I mean, here's what I'll say. Whips, can you look at J-God's little video here and tell me if there's any like music in it? Basically, it's really exciting news, to be honest with you. I'm excited for Warzone 2. I think this will be a really good thing. Let me actually rephrase. I'm very hopeful that this will be a good thing. Oh, so yeah, Warzone Intel tweeted this. So you got Modern Warfare Infinity Ward 2022, Call of Duty from Treyarch 2023, and then next iteration of Warzone 2023. All are releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I'm pretty sure, I think I read somewhere that it's only new gen, I think, bro. So just so you all know with that too, I don't know. Like, I feel like I remember reading, and J-God probably covers this in his video, but it's like there was I don't think old gen can run it or something like that. I think it is only new gen. I think I remember reading that. I'm a PC person, so it's like, I'm like, okay, like whatever, that doesn't affect me, but it's optimized for next gen. Gotcha. I think I'm excited. When I saw Warzone 2 was trending yesterday, this is, just to be clear, this is Wednesday that I'm talking about this. And I saw it yesterday, which was Tuesday. Like when I saw it, I was really excited. I mean, it's kind of bittersweet because Warzone, I do love Warzone, bro, like in what it has developed from that BR, but it really does excite me for a brand new version of Warzone. Okay, J-God, I can watch J-God's video. J-God will probably explain this a lot better than me because this dude's like smart. You know what I mean? Shout out J-God.
Call of Duty titles as well as Warzone 2 coming in 2023, and how that will be impacted by old gen and next gen as well as PC.
See, I feel like I kind of said everything, but J-God just says it a little smarter. You know what I mean?
The whole cross-play part of that. Enjoy the video, hit the like button if you're brand new, want to find your way back, subscribe with notifications on. It says new, Activision is committed to releasing at least the next 3 Call of Duty games on PlayStation even after the Xbox acquisition. According to people familiar with the deal, Call of Duty 2022 and 2023, as well as Warzone 2 in 2023. So there'll be 2 there. And after that, it's hazier. And what that really means is guaranteed there will be a console launch for PlayStation as well as Xbox. And they'll both be at cost, probably $60 or whatever it is. They're going to have it for the next 2 games, and then Warzone 2 will be available. Doesn't say if that's going to be old gen or new gen, but we'll talk a little bit about some of the leaks regarding that once you get into this article. So earlier this week, Activision got bought out by Xbox for $69 billion.
Nice.
It says Activision has already committed to make the next few Call of Duty games available on Sony console, according to 4 people with knowledge of the deal speaking anonymously because they were not authorized to speak to the press, yet they did. So that's kind of a leak in its own way. That includes this year's title, Call of Duty.
Okay, so this we've talked about.
We'll call Warzone 2, the lucrative free-to-play game that was released in 2020. So it's like a 3-year life cycle. Does that mean that this is going to launch in March? And then this is going to be the new engine or all those types of things. And then 4 months later, they're going to actually have the new Call of Duty, or they're going to launch it all at once. Because if they launch the new game in November, like they normally do, that means that the first Warzone 2 would be on the Treyarch title.
I don't know why that kind of scares me a little. I don't think it should, because Treyarch made Black Ops 2, and I love Black Ops 2. Does that scare anyone else? Just me. That does kind of scare me a little bit, that it could be Treyarch engine.
Which I don't think makes as much sense. I think that Modern Warfare 2 comes out this year in November or October, maybe a little earlier, And then a couple months later, maybe in March, on the anniversary of Warzone, we'll go ahead and get a brand new version of Warzone called Warzone 2.
Oh, so he thinks it's going to be on
with a new map and fully integrated weapons that kind of vault everything before. That'll still be on Warzone 1 if you want to play Warzone 1, and then Warzone 2 will be an introduction to new mechanics and those things that we're going to see in Modern Warfare 2.
Interesting.
But we'll kind of see how that works. Phil Spencer, who was recently appointed Chief Executive Officer Gaming, said last week that he had spoken to
Jay Gott's thinking March 2023. That would kind of make sense to do it on the anniversary, huh? It would.
As long as you have that subscription. Traditionally, Call of Duty games have been released on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, where they drive substantial sales. Call of Duty games have recently been heavily promoted on PlayStation Store and have been tied to massive marketing deals in recent years. Every game in the annual franchise ranks among the top-selling games on PS4 and PS5. Call of Duty games has been the best-selling titles in the US each of the last 3 years, according to the NPD Group.
Bro, Jay Gott reads. Is that how well I'm supposed to be able to read? Dude,
At least the next 2 years, Microsoft is committing to releasing Call of Duty on PlayStation and said neither Sony nor Activision responded to requests on comment.
Let's get to some of the leaks because that was some of the stuff I saw. This is all that article. This is all the article I saw. Am I supposed to read that well? Oh my God, bro. Wow.
Because that is the business model going forward, that we'll have old Warzone, which includes all these versions of the game. Then the brand new one won't get integrated into this game. It's going to say, hey, you know what? Warzone 2 is dropping in March. That's when you're going to be able to use all these Modern Warfare 2 weapons in the game. So we might be on Caldera for quite a while, and maybe we get a little bit of a facelift towards the Modern Warfare 2 release, where it kind of updates the map the same way we saw with Cold War with the Verdansk 84, which really wasn't a change, but slightly changed to the game mechanic. And that brings us to Tom Henderson, which is a...
So this is the guy. This is the guy for Call of Duty leaks, by the way, this dude, Tom. All right.
Well-known leaker for multiple games, and almost like 99-95% of what they've said in the past eventually comes true. They have some kind of insider information that will lead this to being factual. It's very rare that they get something wrong. So we kind of got to go, all right, it's a leak, so it's not 100% confirmed, but this guy usually isn't wrong. It says Warzone 2 is literally that. Warzone 2, current gen and PC only. So no past weapons, no past gen. So it'll only be PS5 and the newest version of Xbox as well as PC. So if you're on old gen, you'll still probably be able to play regular Warzone. It'll probably stop getting updated, and whatever happens. You can use all your blueprints, all your old weapons, all the weapons that we're currently using will be available on that title. But then this will be Warzone 2, which will likely only have the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then once Treyarch COD drops, then we'll be able to have access to that. But we'll see how that pans out. I think they're just going to copy and paste exactly what we did with Modern Warfare, where it came out in November or whatever, mid-October, and then 5 months later in March, it ended up dropping Warzone on March 10th. A completely new game for better hardware. I'm excited to find out more and how all this is going to work, because this is kind of telling me that there'll probably never be console FOV on Warzone, and then maybe once we get to Warzone 2, it will be there because it's going to be exclusively on
Shout out Jay Gott, by the way, bro. He reads so much better than me, and he's so much more well-spoken than me, but that actually, yeah, good call just watching that, because yeah, I kind of like explained a lot of that, but it was, you know, I kind of stumbled. But anywho, it's exciting news, man. It's exciting. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. I mean, how long has Warzone been out now? When did Warzone come out? 2020? So it'll be like a 3-year kind of a thing. And one thing about it being on next gen, I was looking at chat too. People are like W or L, but like reality is that anyone that has the new stuff is going to be like W, and anyone that has the old stuff is going to be like L. So I'm hopeful. Here's what I think. It could be insane, dude. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we get the new Modern Warfare, right? So like, just so I'm clear, Jay Gott's timeline was new Modern Warfare, new MW2, whatever you want to call it, Warzone 2, Treyarch game. That was kind of his, which I like that order personally. Could you imagine, complete hypothetical here, but could you imagine a battle royale map that is compiled together with a lot of the OG Infinity Ward or Modern Warfare 2 maps? You got Terminal, and then you might have a little kind of filler and rotation, and you can rotate towards fucking favela. Homie, I would, brother, I am telling you, if stuff like that starts rolling out and then you leave favela and then you're near a state, it's like, dude, I think Blackout did that, bro. Blackout, I always talk about Blackout. Blackout could have been such a great battle royale, just a few miscues, a few. And one was it wasn't free to play like Warzone was. Two, it wasn't crossplay, right? At least originally. I don't know if it ended up being, but like, dude, if they launched it a little differently with Blackout, bro, it could have been it straight up. But anywho, I'm long story short, if I'm surprised, I didn't think that y'all didn't hear about it, but Warzone 2, it was confirmed 2023. I like J-God's timeline with that, where it's like March, kind of on the anniversary of it. That I think would be the best, because then you got the Modern Warfare game, you got the new Warzone 2, and then later on that year, you integrate, that's the word, you put Treyarch stuff into the new Warzone 2. So exciting stuff. And I mean, honestly, any other leaks and stuff that I see, I'll be sure to bring up, but it's, I'm lit. I'm lit. I'm excited. I'm very excited. A little nervous, more excited though, for sure.